lie there in that old curiosity shop.
Who's got the cutest eyes? Who's got what satisfies? Who, you, that's who. Who would I love to pet? Who is so hard to get? Who, you, that's who. Who's positively just as sweet as can be.
Hello everyone, I'm Scott from the Old Curiosity Shop, and just look at all of that stuff. I've got some glass to tell you about today. But before we begin, today's cup of coffee is brought to you by...
A cup of coffee, a sandwich, and you, a cozy corner, a table for two.
I didn't mean to forget you, poor little Ginger Snap. Today's cup of coffee and Ginger Snap is brought to you by, I don't know, one of the great glass companies of the 1920s and 30s. Could have been made by any number of 20 or 30 companies in the United States making glass like this, completely unmarked. And it would take me a while to dig out the maker. I have 6 cups and saucers. I love them, and they are not for sale. That's the only thing on this counter that's not for sale, but everything else is. So what's what? A pair of candlesticks, lovely, wonderful pair of candlesticks. We started to see beautifully colored glass appear in the late 1920s, before the stock market crashed, but we still refer to it as Depression glass. Matching candlesticks for you there. Slightly different shade of green in this one. Glass companies competed with each other for different shades of green, and this is a slightly different shade of green than the other items that you see. I'm not thinking that this had a lid, although it might have. It might have had a lid, and some people call it a rose bowl or a candy bowl or whatever you'd like to call it. Just don't call it late for dinner. It's got a little bit... let me trade hands. I'm still not where I need to be with that hand. There is a tiny, oh my goodness, you're not going to be able to see it. Well... that's good. It's so faint. I don't know, but maybe there's a little bit of wear on the inside. I don't know what someone was using this for. Maybe they were feeding their dog out of it. And that might be a tiny little bit of water cloudiness on the inside. I did not go scrubbing it with denture cleaner and vinegar and all that stuff, so that little tiny cloudiness may or may not come out of that. Don't know. Not sure of the maker on that. And didn't look up the maker on this. This is that Jenkins glass, Ocean Wave again. Boy, I've been finding a lot of it. I've got another piece in pink currently for sale. That's that nice big console bowl. But here's a nice footed serving plate, cake plate, sandwich plate. I guess not really for cake when it's not completely flat. But it has a little tiny base on it and then 2 handles. Good time to talk about some of the imperfections that you'll see in inexpensive glass of this period. That's an air bubble trapped down in that handle there, which is no big deal. I don't see any straw marks on this one, which folks would sometimes think of as cracks. This is 20s into the 30s, and this piece over here is. Now we will on this. This is a U.S. glass cake plate. Now this one is completely flat. It's got 3 feet that hold it up off of the counter, and let's see, hold on everybody, I'm doing a little bit of rearranging here. I'm trying to be artistic. I just want to get my get the light a little bit better for you so you can see how beautiful it is. It's called Shaggy Rose, I think. Shaggy Rose. And this comes in different sizes, but this is the big one. This bad boy is, I think, 13.5 inches across. So we're going to be in a big box, which means the shipping is expensive, but it's not a 12-inch plate. It's I forget, but it's somewhere around 13 or a little bit more. Now this is one I wanted to show you some of the imperfections when we're talking about depression glass. Maybe I can see. There are a few surface scratches on it, but there are also a few what's referred to as straw marks, and of course now I'm not really being able to find them for you. But it's not perfect glass. It's certainly not Heisey. It's not high quality glass, but it's still beautiful depression era glass. There's a tiny little rim chip on the bottom, on the under rim, which I can't see right now with one hand, but you can't really see it because it is underneath the rim of the glass. Okay, big cake plate, nice. 4 little 6-ounce cordial, wine, whatever you'd like to drink out of it, whatever you want to sip out of it. Prune juice. They're a little paneled optic glasses. They're elegant depression. They're not etched, which I like, but there is a paneled rib defect. And these, as you know, this is paper thin glass right here. Paper thin, which means even though they're not that big, you've got to put a lot of wrap around them, and they've got to go in a big box. So these are really going to actually be shipped in a 12 by 12 by 12 box, hopefully to get them there without being broken, and of course they'll be insured. I believe they hold 6 ounces. Okay, and if you wanted to add more to your collection, you may be able to find more of them in other online auctions. Here's a covered candy dish, also in a paneled optic pattern there. No chips, no cracks. Excellent condition. Glows beautifully under a black light. Yes, I'm thinning out the uranium glass this time around. 2 beautiful candlesticks, 1930s, 40s, 50s. I'm not exactly sure the date or the maker. I just decided to go ahead and throw these on. They're not missing any prisms. They're all there. Nothing is chipped. These are glass, not plastic. And you can display these let me back up and let you really see it. You have the option, if this is too fancy-pantsy. Now this is really fancy-pantsy, but you know, if it's a Tuesday night and you're only having meatloaf, you may say, well, I don't want to quite be that fancy. Okay, well, if you don't want to be that fancy, what you do is you take off your candlesticks. Are not going to be included. You can unscrew. Are you seeing this? Very versatile here. All right, we take that off. All of our wonderful prisms are coming right off. I'm not going to set this down, but you get the idea. You then take the candle holder and you screw it back in. Yeah. And you have a slightly less you have a Tuesday night meatloaf candlestick. This, on the other hand, is a Friday night filet mignon candlestick. Yeah. You know, I take that back. Use the good china and the bling bling even for meatloaf on Tuesday night. Who cares? Live it up, right? You're not going to take it with you. You've never seen a hearse pulling a U-Haul. So these are really pretty, and they're in excellent condition. As I said, there aren't any chips or cracks in any of this. It's all clean. You know, this is beautiful. It's ready to go. And then let me get this out of the way here. And then finally is the wonderful Fenton orange bowl. Now, if you didn't watch yesterday's video, you're going to say, Scott, that's not orange, it's marigold. Well, remember, orange is not referring to the color, but it's these bowls are called orange bowls, meaning the fruit, yeah? So it's basically a fruit bowl. I know that's not an orange, it's a pear, but we're giving you a demonstration. That poor little thing doesn't look very happy down in there all by itself. There it is. Beautiful Fenton piece. There is no Persian pearl. No, there's no Persian medallion decoration on the inside. It's the grape and cable pattern. Now this is the Fenton, not the Northwood. And so there it is. Alright, yes, it is all currently for sale in the old Curiosity Shop. All you have to do is go to the eBay site, and the link to my eBay store is always in the description box underneath every single video. Okay folks, it's beautiful stuff, and yes, you can use uranium glass. I have been eating and drinking off of uranium for 53 years, and my body hair hasn't fallen off yet. Really, honestly, if you are curious at all and you're sort of nervous about uranium glass, there are a couple of videos I highly recommend. Very scientific. You know, you can stick a Geiger counter next to this coffee cup and you can stick it next to a banana, and you're probably going to get just as much natural radiation off of that banana as you are this coffee cup. So use your uranium glass. Use it, use it, use it, and enjoy it. Okay, folks, that's it.
We interrupt our program to bring you this important message.
Well, everyone, I'm up on the roof. I just wanted to clarify. I mentioned that there was a partial collapse in the roof a while ago, and there was a lot of water damage on the top floor of my building, which I live on. And people were asking me, is your roof fixed? Is it fixed? Well, what I didn't tell you was we're having a total roof replacement, not a roof repair. That's a big difference, right? So, and we've known for quite some time that we needed a total roof replacement on this old building. So anyway, not only are we having the roof replaced, but we also have to have this massive concrete base, cistern base taken down. The cistern is long gone, but of course these were commonplace in cities 100 years ago. So that's that big massive concrete there, right over top of my neighbor's ceiling, and that's going to come down, and then the whole roof is replaced, and then we're going to have a whole new rooftop deck. It's a mess up here right now. These are the skylights to the building that shine down in my place. In fact, that's my place right there, if you could see through the window, through the skylights. Anyway, the cost, $1.5 million. That's right, $1.5 million. Big expense to have this roof replaced. But anyway, the work is going to start really soon, in the next couple of weeks. Actually, they're going to go ahead and start the work on it. So I'll keep you posted. Anyway, you've seen the roof before. There's the Ben Franklin Bridge headed into New Jersey. That's New Jersey across the river. And then this would be, those are the river wards along the Delaware River. That's North Philadelphia right there. And now we're facing due west. This is the view that I get from my living room, with the old Enquirer newspaper building right there. The tower that you see, and they've just restored the clock and the bells, which are not recordings, they're actual ding-dong bells. And let's see if you can, up there in the tower, and it strikes every 15 minutes. It's wonderful. And I can hear the bells in my home, even with the windows closed. And then this is the center city area right here, which is kind of difficult to see. But I just wanted to give you that roof update. Yeah. All right, let me get myself off this roof. I've got stuff to do. I can't stay up here all day. I want to thank everybody for watching, new and old subscribers. I hope everyone is doing well. I'm Scott from the Old Curiosity Shop saying thanks for watching, and so long for now.